Alright, welcome to part 3 of the video walkthrough for Zenith Hunter. As you recall, last time we made it through the mountains and the ice peaks. Now we're on level 5, which is the castle. I have the hammer from the previous boss fight. That's a new enemy, which is a bat. But it's basically the same as a pterodactyl, except it throws bombs instead of eggs. And there are also pools of water, which you will drown if you fall into. So try not to do that. And there we go. There's another boomerang. More. And... oh, well. I shouldn't have hesitated there, but that's the way it goes. So this is stage 2 of the castle. Whoop. And the spikes obviously will kill you. Uh-oh. Damn it. Okay, we'll have to play with a little more finesse through here. And then for this jump, like that. And it's our good friend from previously. And great. So he's doing fine. Whoop. So through here, all the frogs are coming this way. They're all red because the original frog color doesn't contrast well. And there are red frogs, so it's fine. Here you want to carefully avoid the birds and the spikes and the buzzsaws. Like so. Easy peasy. Alright, so another new enemy appears on this level, which is the fish. So you just sort of time it. Jump around that guy. Jump over the... whoa, whoa. Okay, there's a lot more fish in this area. There we are. Alright, so the 5th gold piece is in the treasure chest right below here, which you need to blow up to access. But you do not have some way to blow this up. So what you want to do is... there's a guy that throws dynamite. He cannot throw far enough to get up here. But past him is something that will help. So what you want to do is jump up and just... whoops, uh-oh. Okay, well this will be a problem. Okay, well basically what you... uh-oh. Okay. So what you want to do is none of that. Instead, there was a bat that appeared that you may have noticed among the other pandemonium that was going on. You're supposed to lure the bat over and then have it drop a bomb on that block, which I will proceed to do a little more expertly. If I can hit the dang... there we are. Okay. So the bat comes, and then you can either trigger it by running at it or just ducking here. Ducking is a little more reliable. And then you get the 5th gold piece. And as you saw during the previous run, that dynamiter will free these suicide bombers and these buzzsaws, so it's kind of bad news. Now for this, you want to dodge the fish. And then that's the end. Grab the dynamite, blow up the enemies. I think I may have killed that fish already. There we go. Get up here, and then on that guy. Dang it, just, there we go. And that takes care of that. And then for this part, you can pretty much just take your time, let the frogs come to you and bomb them. And there we are at the boss. This time the boss is a giant water snake. And he'll pop up randomly. You want to hit him in the head, is the main thing. And I have succeeded in missing him so far. There we go. Every 3 leaps that he does, on the 4th leap, he'll break one of the blocks. So you want to take care of him quickly, if at all possible. Because the last block that he breaks is the final platform that you can stand on. Whoops. Okay, well, I killed him and picked up the jewel at the same time. The jewel in question is actually a pearl. Still considered a precious gem, but in any case, that's the 5th one down. And now we're on the 6th and final level, which is the volcano. So there's lava and fireballs and... shoot, there we go. And a bunch of old favorites. So you just want to very carefully time your jumps in this next section, because the fireballs are immune to damage. Oops. Wow, good thing there was dynamite there. And actually there's a little Easter egg down here. If you're on the search for the 6th gold piece, it was in this chest. But if you speak to the helper down here, he indicates that someone got to the chest first and took it. So he's sticking around here, that's fine. And we can proceed. So we'll just take care of those guys. That guy. Watch out for the frogs. Just by the skin of my teeth, I made it. Okay, so for this part, you want to wait till that bomber comes there, and then slide in. And then jump, and hit that guy. And hit that guy. Now this part's kind of tricky because it's a bunch of falling platforms, so you want to be quick, but not so quick that you end up making a mistake. Jump here. And we don't really have to worry about the frogs, actually. Jump. Take care of that guy. And might as well take care of those guys. And jump. And I timed that exactly wrong. But, yeah, so the way that the game is set up, the levels progressively get harder, but you get more health as you get along, so it sort of balances out a little bit. These are a new enemy just for the last couple stages. It's basically a giant mouth that follows you instead of just going off screen. So you can either hit them with the boomerang or whatever weapon you've got, or close one, or you can trick them into running into some saw blades and that'll kill them. go. Take care of that guy. Make a big jump. And there we are. Alright. Now for this, it's a little tricky to not get hit. Case in point. Got the torch, just pretty much the worst weapon you can have in this circumstance, but okay, at least we took care of those guys. And okay, I'm just gonna okay. I lost too much health, so I wasn't able to get through. But if I play my cards right, this portion, I should have a good enough status to be able to run to the end. Especially since I've got a weapon. There we are. And now this is an extra heart piece instead of a power up to fill up your health. So if you've gotten everything so far, you've got 6 heart pieces. And then here we have our friend from earlier. And he's trying to reach the Zenith, and you're trying to reach the Zenith. And only one of you can get to the Zenith, basically. And so you have to fight over the final jewel. So this guy is the final boss. His attack pattern is difficult at first, but once you get used to it, it's not too bad. Oops. First he goes around throwing a hammer like that. Then he throws some boomerangs. Throws a torch along the bottom paths and a dynamite along the top path. Now I should probably start throwing stuff at him so that I can beat the boss. The hardest part really is dodging the hammers. The rest is relatively simple. So, there we go. Now, you'll recall that earlier in the game there were points in time where you helped people and it gave a little chime. If you do that, then instead of killing the last boss, you take him down to just half a hit point and you spare him. And that's great, both because he doesn't die and because it gives you the last gold piece. So now we have all 6 gold pieces, and we can proceed taking the opal. Alright, so this is the Zenith. And if I proceed to the right, it'll take us to the normal ending. If I put the gold in here, it'll take us to the alternate ending and effectively restart the game. So if you want to see both endings, you're going to want to go right first. And talk to this giant, creepy eyeball thing. And he says a few nice words. And basically gives you the gift of knowledge. And that's it. So that's the normal ending. And of course that goes through the credit sequence here, which we'll just go ahead and sit through. Most of these credits are going to go to me just because I did the vast majority of the work on this. And it sort of takes you through the previous levels, which is nice. And you get to see the different enemies that you encounter throughout the game, and other obstacles. The underlying physics engine was made by Hello Fan Gaming. That's included in the license file, which actually goes along with the executable. All the music came from the Nightmare series of games for MSX. You might know Maze of Gallius, which is Nightmare 2. That was fairly popular. All the sound effects were taken from World Builder. If you played Terrier, which was my previous game, a lot of those sounds were reused here, and those all come from the same source. And then there's a special thanks screen to my friends Josh and Adam, who helped playtest the game and provide feedback. And then the game gives you some stats, so I died 3 times, got all the hit points, gold pieces, helped all the people. And then it says, have you found all the secrets, which means basically this was the normal ending. So that's that, but we can get back to the title screen here and continue from our save, and then press the throw button near this stone, and that causes the pillar to go down. Gives us a little platform. Okay, so here we see the dog from Terrier, barks, and then this guy. And basically just kind of yells at you and tells you that this is the actual Zenith. So he decides to give you something for reaching this. And so you pick this up, the silver medal, and then it hits the credit sequence again. So that's the alternate ending. The credit sequence is almost exactly the same except for the end. The main difference is that it opens up a new game mode where you can continue from your save. It takes you back to level 1. And instead of having 3 hit points, you only have 1. And if you pick up any heart pieces, it doesn't do anything. So it'll just be basically one-hit kill mode for the entire game. And so once you do that and you get all 6 gold while playing in that mode, you get the 100% completion ending, which I'll be aiming to do in the next set of videos. So for now, this is where the walkthrough stands, and that's, like, if you play through and make it to those 2 endings, that's basically, you can say that you've beaten the game. I don't really expect the one-hit kill mode, or the masochist mode, or however you want to call it, to be all that popular. It's more just an Easter egg kind of thing, and an extra challenge for people that got used to the last pikeman and that sort of thing. But for the sake of completeness, I will be playing through it and offering some more insights on the game, and probably talk about the creation process. The last screenshot's a little different because you got the alternate ending, and it says we've unlocked a new game mode. So that is the end. So I will upload the next set of videos once I've completed the one-hit kill run. So until then.